every move I made as I was collecting my winnings from another slot machine. Little did I know, they actually had me under surveillance, trying to detect anything wrong I was doing, since it was my 4th day in a row cashing out this week. They waited until I inserted my cash-out voucher and collected my winnings before tapping me on the shoulder. "Hello, sir. Please come with me," is all I remember hearing one of them say. They took me into a private room and sat me down and told me they were on to me, that even though they didn't know exactly how, I had to have been doing something shady. That they just really couldn't believe there was any way for a person to win consistently like I was doing. I told them that I wasn't doing anything illegal or cheating or violating any rules, that I just had an easy system I was using and that it happened to work extraordinarily well. Little did they know, this system involved using statistical methods to analyze thousands of slot machines in studying how frequently payoffs occurred. And the results of this tremendous task were simply astonishing. It was discovered certain payoffs on slot machines pay off on predictable cycles. To beat a slot machine, you adjust your wagers to match the machine's cycle, an approach called cycle betting. While it sounds complex, using it to win was very easy. Once the security staff learned that our system didn't involve anything illegal, such as a bill validator device or even a software glitch, they let me go. With that being said, you're probably wondering who the heck I am. Hi, my name is Rich Evans, and I'm a professional slot player living in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm also part of the elite Insider Group, which comes together each month to discuss the latest methods, tips, and strategies to make consistent money playing slots. We have mathematicians, statisticians, and even slot technicians that are all part of this team. You see, the algorithms and formulas of slot machines are constantly changing, both in person and online, so we always need to be ahead of the curve to be successful and have the latest information. And after much backlash from the Gaming Commission, we as a group decided to release our system to the public to help as many people as possible win playing slots. And as soon as we did, emails started to flood our inbox from winners all over the world. Winners like Michelle R. of Biloxi, Mississippi, who says, "The closest thing to legally cheating at slots. What I really like is its consistency. Instead of playing like a mindless zombie," that's what my husband calls slot machine players, "I feel like a pretty smart player. And I've been winning consistently 3 days in a row. Great system." And Carl J. of Atlanta, Georgia, who says, "Rich, I'm just writing you quickly to thank you for completely changing my life. Made my first deposit online, and I've already tripled my money in a few days. Can't wait to see how much I will win this month. Thanks again." And George V. of Portland, Oregon, who says, "Unbelievable. This is a huge moneymaker for me. Here's how I did on my last trip to Las Vegas. I stayed at the Flamingo. I made $1,325 on Monday, $678 on Tuesday, $932 on Wednesday, and a whopping $4,863 on Thursday. This was the best casino trip I ever had, and I owe it all to your slot machine system." Now, this slot machine system is like nothing you've ever seen. It doesn't involve guesswork. You don't have to be lucky. You don't need to win jackpots. It isn't limited to only a few slot machines that you can never find, and it doesn't take much of a bankroll to get started. As a professionally skilled mathematician myself and now a professional slots player, if you'd asked me 20 years ago if there was some secret to winning consistently playing slots, I would have more than likely laughed in your face and called you stupid. I mean, I did know that to some extent, slots all had to be beatable because they'd been created by humans, and as a result, it was impossible for them to be perfect. But if winning consistently was so simple, then we'd all be millionaires, correct? There's no way in hell of that, I thought. But my mindset all quickly changed in 2002. I had a low-paying job, and I almost always felt like I was just barely getting by. I definitely was never in a position to purchase or even drive an elaborate sports car, or to live in a wonderful home where I felt like my family would be both comfortable and safe. And there were many months I was uncertain about where the money would come from to pay for my kids' school supplies, or to put 3 healthy meals on the table. My wife was working 2 jobs. It was making her tired, and she promises, even triggering her to age faster than the average person. I mean, we weren't extremely broke, but we were struggling. And of course, like so many other people, I was tired of it. So I decided, what the hell, and I went to the casino with a $20 budget in hopes of winning it big. Well, you're going to find this pretty funny, but I lost my money within a matter of minutes. I just flushed $20 down the toilet, I thought to myself. I just felt like I was never going to win. After that, it was back to the old routine, working extremely hard for barely any money, hardly ever seeing my wife because of her busting her butt working 2 jobs, trying to give my children a normal life even though their parents were always either at work or very tired. But even though I didn't win that day, there was something that kept really fascinating me. Why is it that there are a select group of individuals that seem to always win playing slots, but the majority of us never seem to ever win? And it seemed very odd to me that this was going on, that there was just this small group of insiders from all around the world who were really, really lucky. I mean, did they have some kind of winning secret? Did they know something that the rest of us didn't? I just needed to know. It was causing me to lose sleep at night, and so over the next year I did something pretty crazy. I created a meetup group in Las Vegas, Nevada for professional slot players who wanted to discuss the best strategies, tips, and secrets to winning consistently. I was able to get many multiple-time winners on the team. At first, many of these individuals were pretty secretive, but once trust was gained, most of them had no problem at all letting the cat out of the bag and allowing me to write down what their secret was. It was truly fascinating. Of the 35 different multi-winners that were in my meetup group at the time, 32 of us had a personal formula or method that we swore was the key to winning certain slot machines. What was also really interesting was that while none of these individuals were using the same exact method, the more I looked at my notes and studied each formula or system they'd shared with me, the more I started to realize that they all had some important resemblances in common. Well, being a mathematician and completely obsessed with math, I started crunching numbers like you wouldn't believe. I took their different formulas and strategies and played around with them, combining the vital components of each and adding a couple extra principles of probability that I knew should increase the odds of winning even more. I became hooked on studying the different winning patterns for all of the different major slot machines each night, to see if the formula I was working extremely hard on was showing any potential. For what felt like a long time, about a little over a year I would say, I had nothing to show for all my hard work. And then it suddenly happened. After our 130-second variation of our formula, it finally worked. We were now consistently winning daily using this system. No, we weren't hitting any major jackpots. This system isn't designed for that, but we were consistently winning anywhere from $100 to $1,000 per day, and that was just fine by us. It was amazing. I couldn't believe what was happening, and it all felt like a dream until we all kept walking out of the casino every day with money and putting it in the bank. You probably don't need to be told how great that felt, to all of a sudden not have to worry about your money anymore, to be able to pay off your debts, to purchase a Lexus for your wife, or a Ferrari for yourself, or a BMW for your kid, or really any car you've ever imagined getting. To see the expressions on the guys at the dealership's faces when they ask to run a credit check on you and you say, "No, I'll just go ahead and pay cash." Or to be idolized by your entire family, to quickly make more money in a couple of months of playing slots than you'd earned in the last 5 years of working 40, 50, 60, or even 80 hours per week. Well, over the next couple of months, we kept fine-tuning our formula and kept winning. Casinos started to look at us very strangely, but they couldn't do anything about it because we weren't doing anything dishonest or immoral. We just took the basic components in each of the 32 multi-time slot machine winners' formulas, along with some additional adjustments using probability theory, and turned it into a plug-and-play slots winning system. I've nicknamed it the slot machine system. You could finally start winning at slots and be able to accomplish anything you want in life. Before I explain this to you, please note that this slot machine system will work perfectly for online slots. Online slots games are computerized versions of the classic ones you see in the casinos. With online versions of these games, there are some additional features such as scatter symbols and wild symbols, as well as interactive bonus rounds and so much more. What's super cool, besides the part that you can use my techniques with online slots, is the fact that you can do this from the comfort of your home. You don't have to get dressed up to go to a fancy casino. You can do it in your pajamas, if that's the way you roll. It's something that anyone can do because it's so easy. Here are just a few of the lessons we will go through together to get you on the road to making a fortune playing slot machines. A simple way to pick slot machines where you are most likely to win. This includes all online slots. Special power moves you can use that are so effective that even low-paying slots machines will be profitable for you. The exact steps you'll use to hit and lock up daily profits. You'll learn to use this information to win with deadly consistency. How to completely avoid casino heat even when winning hundreds of dollars an hour. Remember when the security staff questioned me? We show you how to avoid this. How to quickly build your bankroll to at least $10,000 and then continue to pull in even higher daily winnings. The simple but critical steps you need to know to pick out beatable online casinos. You'll get complete insider's information on where the casinos place their loosest slot machines. This information alone will put you ahead of 98% of all slot players and make you a winner. A complete rundown on web casinos offering player-favorable rules. The absolute most critical skill you need for success at slot machines. You'll be overwhelmed by this. Hint, if you can count to 5, you'll be able to quickly use this invaluable tool. How to take a tiny investment of $50 and make it explode into thousands of dollars in winnings. How to set up a plan to extract cash from slot machines on a continuing basis. This is how you will make slot play a reliable source of profits. How to get paid for playing slots. Once you become a regular player, the casinos will shower you with comps even though you're winning. The best locations for the highest paying slot machines. What to do if you play on a losing machine, and how to turn a small loss into a huge win. how to quickly qualify any slot on its potential to give you profits without investing a cent, the best and worst spots to play slots in any casino, whether you should be playing nickel, quarter, or dollar slots, an exact plan that shows you exactly how many coins or credits to use for each slot play. This information alone will put you into the winner's column. How to combine your ability to pick the best slots and then play them expertly into a powerful, unstoppable moneymaker. And so much more. This is exactly what Jennifer V. of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania used. I thought you might like to know that I've had good luck using your slot machine system in online casinos. I guess the machines must use similar logic to the ones in casinos. Whatever the reason, your system works just fine. So far, I'm up over $6,000 playing online. Thanks. And Jared K. of Youngstown, Ohio, who says, Rich, you really outdid yourself here. Playing slots has always been my favorite game, but I could never win. After reading your guide, I'm now consistently winning. You really broke everything down for me in plain English, and I was able to follow your system to a T. I'll definitely keep reporting all winnings to you. I appreciate the help. I can't forget about Beth Moore of Miami, Florida, who says, Rich, I made money without leaving my home. The system worked amazingly well with my favorite online casinos. I'm really thankful that you created such a system because now I can take my family to Disney World, trips to the zoo every weekend, and all that fun stuff without having to worry about dinner the next day. Thank you again. Now, it's important to understand you're not going to win every time. It's going to take a little practice, but we're here for you every step of the way. However, if you're fine with possibly winning $150 or more per hour on a pretty frequent basis, then the slot machine system I've created will work perfectly for you. Okay, so by now you're probably wondering how you can get your hands on the slot machine system. Well, I've had so many friends and family members ask me that same exact question, and for a while I was pondering over what the best way to share this information would be. Eventually, what I decided to do was take my formula along with some other essential tips and pieces of inside info I've collected all over the years and put them into an online guide that anyone could read and download directly from their computers, tablets, or smartphones, or even print out as many copies as they want. I think that by giving you the access to the same formulas our group of insiders have used to consistently win over the past few years, it can be kind of like my version of giving back, which is extremely important to me. Plus, I remember how horrific it is to feel like you're financially struggling, like you're always getting endless bills, like there's just always some unpredicted expense popping up that makes you ask, where are we going to find the money for this? I'm not trying to say this is you because, honestly, I don't know. But what I am saying is I remember how much it pained me to always say no to my kids when they tried to put a $5 box of their favorite fruit snacks in the cart while we were grocery shopping, or they brought a $10 new toy up to the checkout line, and I really couldn't jeopardize buying it for them and not being able to pay our electric bill. And I love that feeling of financial security I now experience every day. I love that new car smell that all of my luxury vehicles have. And I love that each of my kids' college funds now have $50,000 in them, cash that's 100% safe, and that will give them an incredible head start for the rest of their lives. The slot machine system is only available here on this website, and up until now, I've had it priced here for $300. That may sound like a lot of money, but If you're winning even just $3,000 in your first month, which is a lot less than almost everyone else who has used this system and won, then you can see why $300 is a pretty small investment. But like I said, I had it priced at $300. That was in the beginning. But today, I'm going to do something a little bit crazy. Today, and today only, you can get this life-changing guide for just $97. You can get it now by clicking that Add to My Order button you see below this screen here. But if you do want to beat the slots and start possibly winning on a full-time basis, it's very important that you act right now. Many hard-working and deserving people without much money have been pleading with me for months to give away my system like I'm doing right now. And I can promise you that these final copies are going to go quickly. That's good for me because the faster we reach our maximum limit, the faster I can take this offer down and protect myself. But it does mean you need to make a decision now. Well, you've just listened to my story and saw with your very own eyes proof that the results of the people I've helped are 100% genuine, and the winnings of the people I've helped so far are 100% genuine. But because I know being trustworthy is huge, I'm also going to take this one step further and offer you a 100% money-back guarantee that's good for a full 60 days. Here's how it works. You simply click the Add to My Order button that you see below this presentation now. Once you do that, and enter your information through the secure checkout page I've set up, you'll be taken to a special VIP members-only area where you get immediate access to the slot machine system. You can view the insider formulas and strategies right from your computer, tablet, or smartphone. You can download it. You can print out as many copies as you want, whatever you choose to do. And then, just follow the exact steps I tell you inside. Try out the system for a full 60 days with absolutely zero risk. So, if for any reason whatsoever you're not completely satisfied with your decision over the next 60 days, or if you're only averaging $5,000 per month and you wanted to be making more, simply send an email to the address I'll provide you inside the VIP members-only area, and I'll instantly refund your $97 with absolutely zero questions asked. So, really, what possibly do you have to lose? You're basically just saying maybe to a slot machine winning system that's already helped many other people just like you to make an average of 6 figures in the last 6 months. And if you change your mind, that's perfectly okay. I'm not bothered by it, and you get your investment returned immediately. I honestly don't think that's going to happen, though, because the slot machine system has been proven to work time and time again. It takes the best components of some of the most successful slot machine players in the world and combines them into a formula that's more potent than any one of their single systems by themselves. So, go ahead and try it out for yourself now by clicking the Add to My Order button right below. But remember, there are just a limited number of copies left of this, and once we hit that maximum number, this website will be taken down for good. Really, the decision is yours, but can you really see for any reason not to change your life today? If not, then go ahead and act now, and you'll have access to the complete system in about 2 minutes from now. It's that simple. to a life full of success and happiness. Rich Evans, Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you still here? That's perfectly fine. I understand you might still have some questions, and I'll do my best to answer them right here so that you can feel 100% happy with your small investment today. 1. Isn't winning at slots completely random? Not at all. This is where many people get confused. Winning isn't completely random. Instead, it's a game created by humans, which means that at the end of the day, it has to be winnable. That's why you sometimes hear about individuals finding flaws while playing slots and making a boatload of money as a result. It's very important to always remember that what I'm showing you is 100% legal and ethical and not being dishonest at all. It might feel kind of bizarre when you win so often, but you're doing nothing wrong. 2. How did you create the slot machine system again? What I did was analyze 32 of the secret formulas from professional slot machine winners who were in our meetup group. I studied each of those formulas and realized they all shared some pretty close similarities. So then I took the basic components of each of these 32 systems, joined them with some advanced mathematical probability theory, and designed my own formula. It took me years to perfect this, and I actually tried 132 different variations before I finally found the one that worked. 3. How much money can I expect to win using the slot machine system? Our students are making, on average, $150 or more an hour using the slot machine system, and the best part, you don't need to hit any large jackpots to win using this proven system. 4. What are the terms of the guarantee again? This one's really easy. You get the slot machine system for yourself right now by clicking the Add to My Order button that you see at the bottom of the screen. Then use the system for a full 60 days and see just how much money it will make you. If for any reason whatsoever you change your mind about it, just send me an email and I'll immediately refund your investment with no questions asked. You have a full 60 days. 5. How much time do I have to purchase your system? Not long at all. Like I said earlier, I've limited the number of people who can access this system. At the time of recording this, a few hundred people have already benefited from this system and got the slot machine system for themselves, and usually 5 to 10 more people get it each day, now that it's at such a crazy, unbelievable discounted price. 6. How do I get the slot machine system? Easy. Click the Add to My Order button that you see below. You'll then receive instant access to my guide, my formula, my winning tips, everything you need to win playing slots immediately. It's that easy.